Welcome back to the North American Darrell podcast, episode 17, All You Can Fly Airline Passes. Today I'm talking about one of my favorite travel experiments that's followed me right into my run at retirement. All You Can Fly passes, yes, they're real. And I've tried three: Frontier, Volaris, Wizz Air. They're different, but they fit something I've always known about myself. I need an inexpensive adventure on the calendar. These passes are about flexibility. If you need your vacation planned 6 months ahead, they're probably not for you. I like opening an app and asking, "Where can I go tomorrow?" Sometimes the destination chooses me because it's the only one available. Frontier's GoWild Pass was my first experiment. I paid $499 and used it for Los Angeles, San Diego, Las Vegas, Denver, Baltimore, Cancun, the Dominican Republic, and St. Croix. Some were simple trips, others became great stories. I flew to San Diego and Denver for the day to watch my Atlanta Braves, and the flights cost less than my baseball tickets. Then there was St. Croix. Camping near the beach sounded like a fantastic idea. Hammock, fan, bug spray, music, rain fly. I planned for everything. Well, almost everything. My first night brought a tropical storm. Sideways rain, lightning, thunder shaking the ground. My rainfly lasted 10 minutes before it was flapping like a North American Darrell flag. So much for the plan. I surrendered and spent the night in the shower house. The next morning I dried everything, rebuilt camp, and it never rained again. I slept under the stars for 3 more nights. That's a big part of why I travel. Trips that don't go according to plan often become my best stories. And now I share those stories through NorthAmericanDarrell.com, my blogs, YouTube, and this podcast. Frontier still has taxes, fees, and plenty of rules. But when they offered the 2027 pass for $299, renewed. Next came Volaris. Of the three, it's probably my favorite, and I continue to renew it. For around $200 a year, it's helped me explore Mexico, Central America, and South America. I've used it for Puerto Vallarta, Lima, Costa Rica, Guatemala, Cancun, Mexico City, Guadalajara, Tijuana, and Querétaro. I've watched howler monkeys in Costa Rica, explored Antigua and Lake Atitlan in Guatemala, and returned again and again to Mexico. The catch? Flexibility. I pay taxes and fees. Domestic flights generally open within 24 hours, and international flights within 3 days. They're one-way, non-stop, and subject to availability. So sometimes I don't choose where I'm going. Availability chooses for me, and that's half the fun. Then came my biggest experiment, Wizz Air. In 2024, I paid about $499 for a 1-year pass. There was one problem. Wizz Air is in Europe. I wasn't. I paired it with cheap Norse flights from Los Angeles, sometimes crossing the Atlantic for as little as $109 one way. Over 12 months, I made 3 European trips and booked 24 Wizz flights: Iceland, Poland, Germany, Czechia, Spain, Portugal, plus London, Paris, Rome, Istanbul, and even Egypt. On my 3rd trip, I added a Eurail pass. Some days I flew, other days I canceled the flight and jumped on a train. That's my kind of travel. I didn't renew Wizz. Why? Because a bargain stops being a bargain when I'm forcing myself to use it. And that really sums up my mission. I'm not trying to collect countries or boarding passes. I'm trying to create options, experiences, and stories while I have the freedom to enjoy them. Could one work for you? Can you travel light? Because they absolutely hammer you on baggage fees. Can you book tomorrow? Change destinations? Laugh when the plan falls apart? A $200 pass sitting at home isn't much of a bargain, but knowing I can wake up and use it? That's pretty damn cool. Right now I still have Frontier and Volaris. Wizz is taking a break. The airline, not the bathroom. At my age, that kind of Wizz doesn't take many breaks. Would I buy another European pass? Absolutely. Ask me again when I get bored. For me, the best part isn't flying. It's waking up, looking at a map and thinking, where should I go next? That's what North American Darrell is about. Not traveling perfectly or luxuriously. staying curious, finding the next inexpensive adventure, and collecting ridiculous stories along the way. Thanks for listening to the North American Darrell podcast. Until next time, live life to the fullest.